You're listening to BambinoBabble's story. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a beautiful girl named Belle. She lived with her father and her two sisters in a small village, and they were all very happy together. One day, Belle's father set out on a journey to sell his goods, but on his way back, he got lost in the woods and stumbled upon a castle. As he entered the castle, he was greeted by the beast, a fearsome creature with a kind heart. The beast offered to let him stay in the castle, but on the condition that he would send one of his daughters to live with him. Belle, being the kindest and bravest of her sisters, decided to take her father's place. At first, Belle was frightened of the beast, but as time went on, she saw that he had a kind heart, and they became friends. The beast had fallen in love with Belle, but she was not sure if she could ever love him back. One day, the beast asked Belle if she would marry him, but she hesitated. The beast was heartbroken, and he let her return home to visit her family, on the condition that she would return to the castle after a week. During her visit, Belle's sisters grew jealous of her life in the castle and convinced her to stay longer than a week. When Belle returned to the castle, the beast was angry, but he forgave her and they continued their friendship. As time passed, Belle began to see the good in the beast, and she started to fall in love with him. One day, as she was gazing into a magic mirror in the castle, she saw that her father was sick and needed her help. The beast allowed Belle to leave the castle to visit her father, but he warned her that she must return to him within a week, or he would die of a broken heart. Belle promised to return on time and set off on her journey. When she arrived home, she found that her father was very ill, and she stayed by his side, taking care of him day and night. As the week passed, Belle lost track of time and realized that she had only one day left to return to the beast. Frantic, Belle set off on her journey, but she was stopped by a group of robbers who demanded all of her money and belongings. Belle pleaded with them to let her go, but they refused, and she was left stranded in the woods. Just as she was about to give up hope, a kind old woman appeared and offered to help her. The woman led Belle to a nearby cottage and gave her a magical rose that would help her find her way back to the beast. Belle was grateful for the woman's help and set off on her journey once again, with the rose in hand. She arrived at the castle just as the sun was setting, but she was too late. The beast had died of a broken heart, and Belle was devastated. As she wept over the beast's body, a miracle happened. The beast's body began to glow, and he transformed into a handsome prince. Belle was shocked, but overjoyed to see that the beast she had grown to love was actually a handsome prince. The prince explained that he had been cursed by an evil sorceress, and the curse could only be broken if someone loved him for who he was, not for his appearance. Belle had broken the curse with her love, and the prince was forever grateful. They lived happily ever after in the castle, and Belle learned that true beauty comes from within. She had fallen in love with the beast, not because of his appearance, but because of his kind heart and loving nature. She also learned the importance of keeping her promises and the consequences of delaying them. From that day on, Belle and the prince ruled the kingdom together, bringing happiness and prosperity to all their people. As for Belle's sisters, they realized the error of their ways and begged for forgiveness from Belle and the prince. They were welcomed into the castle and treated with kindness and compassion, but they knew they could never make up for their past actions. The magical rose that had led Belle back to the prince became a symbol of their love and was treasured by the people of the kingdom for generations to come. And as for Belle and the prince, they knew that their love would continue to bloom forever, and they lived happily ever after.